Couldn't God use evolution to make the dinosaurs? Well, of course he could have. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. But what God can't do is lie. So if God said he did it in 6 days, he did it in 6 days. And some people say, well, you can't take Genesis literally. I was communicating to an ignorant people. It's just a framework and an analogy or a figurative language. And so I was on a radio talk show out of Louisiana one time, and somebody called in and said, the Bible says that God made man out of the dust of the earth. And that's what evolution says, that man came from the dust of the earth, and that's how God did it. He said it's just an analogy. And I said, well, the Bible also says that the first woman came from the first man's rib. How does that fit into your analogy? And he couldn't answer that. But we'll give you Genesis. If you don't want to deal with Genesis, we'll just throw it away. Even though Jesus referred to Genesis more than any other book in the Bible. And Jesus always referred to Genesis as an accurate historical event. So if you're not referring to Genesis as an accurate historical event, you're not following the example of Jesus. And you're on real thin ice. But we won't even use it. How about Exodus? Any Christians think we can take Exodus, or even the Ten Commandments? Can we take that literally, or can we twist that up? God wrote it with his own finger on a rock. He said, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not steal. Can we twist that up to make it say whatever we want, or is that literal? How many people think you could take the Ten Commandments literally? Okay, the vast majority. Okay. We'll write this down. Exodus 20:11, right smack dab in the middle of the Ten Commandments. It says, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is. And then rested the seventh day. In 6 days, God made everything, right in the middle of the Ten Commandments. Literal. Okay? And I was on a radio talk show out of Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, and the co-host said, couldn't each one of those days be millions of years? And I said, what verse in the Bible causes you to think that? He's not getting that idea from God's holy word. He's getting that idea from man's corrupted word. And I said, besides, it doesn't make sense anyway. Because if God made the plants on day 3, can they live millions of years without the sun on day 4? And even if they could they live millions of more years without the birds and the bees to pollinate them on day 5? And it just doesn't make sense. I was talking to a woman one time, and she found out I gave these talks, and she said, what side are you on? And I said, creation, how about you? And she said, can I say both? And the simple answer to that question is no, you can't say both. Well, why not? Because it breaks laws of logic. It's illogical. The law of non-contradiction. 2 opposing things can't be true at the same time, at the same way. And I could show you 20 some of these examples. But let's just focus on the whale. Okay, who can tell me when the whales were formed? When did God make the whales? Who knows? Anybody? Anybody know when God made the whales? He made them on day 5, the sea creatures. All right? And when did he make the land animals? Anybody? Rick, you should know this.
Day 6.
Day 6, yeah. The land animals made on day 6. So the Bible clearly says that the whales were made before the land animals. Evolution clearly teaches that life began in the sea, evolved onto the land, and there was a land animal that evolved back into the sea. So can you believe that land animals, or that the whales came before land animals and after land animals at the same time? No, it's illogical. It's like trying to believe that this podium is in this room and out of this room at the same time. It's not. You just can't. I mean, just basically pick a lane and get in it. That's what we're trying to get people to do. And